Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Gonna wait till some more of you get on here, but we are live. Please join us right away. Like Bahamians can't catch it's like Bahamians can't catch a break in this town. Um, I don't know what else to say. It's like Bahamians can't get the break. When you get in there, please like and share. We know that the media doesn't want the true story to get out there, and we know that the government is actually using methods to block uh, uh, Facebook especially. So we are actually live in Grand Bahama, and we're just gonna give more of you a chance to get on here, and then we're gonna get started with the team on the ground in Grand Bahama. But ladies and gentlemen, it's like we can't catch a break in this country. I mean, we might as well. I mean, it's like they just pushing us to just pack up and just get lost. That's what it seems like they're pushing for. Bahamians can't catch a break. We can't get any relief as a people. I don't know what else they want from us. I don't know what else they want. Okay, over 100 you are on here, and so I'm gonna get started. Ladies and gentlemen, we got two things to cover today. One is the police falsely arrested some persons uh uh for a voice note. I'm gonna let you hear after we talk about Grand Bahama. Falsely arrested them. Persons they believe are on the farm, and they're trying to pin it on the COI. Yes, the government is trying to pin it on the COI. They're saying that in the voice note, someone threatened Brave Davis and Wayne Monroe, and these kind of people that they're trying to attach them to us. But I'm going to get to that. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, we are live in front of in Grand Bahama, uh, and we're at Central Police Station, and almost 30, about 30 persons, I think it's 27 that I know about, were arrested by this Davis administration. Business persons, vendors, business persons were arrested, saying that their license wasn't up to date. That's what they're saying. Their license wasn't up to date. I mean, all these people went through. And for the Davis administration making noise when minutes locked up one coconut vendor, now they're locking up about 30 uh, business persons and vendors in this country, knowing what went down. It's like they can't get the break, and they're keeping them locked up for right now. And so we have Mr. Daniel Mitchell and Ms. Tanya Ferguson Strawn, who are live at the scene of the crime, where the government is again going after our people, and we can't catch a break. And so I want them to update us on exactly what's going on. Can you guys update us on what exactly is going on in Grand Bahama?
You could hear me, Lincoln?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, here in Grand Bahama, we have 27 business persons who are arrested for operating without a license within the port area. And most of them was not even warned with a warning letter or something stating that they must cease from operating. And these persons, most of them who were here have license from the government, but most of them don't have license from the port. So they were basically arrested for not having the license from the port authority. But most of them have the license from the government, which will work out of the port area, which is 8 Mile Rock or High Rock, anywhere out of the port area. So it's the port authority which basically caused this whole thing to uprise. It's not really on the government side per se, but it's really with the port authority. They are sending the police to arrest business persons who are operating out of the port. I mean, in the port area, but they has a government license. So we think this is wrong, knowing that we just came out of storm, and now we're still in a pandemic. Persons need to provide for their family. I feel we need better representation here in Grand Bahama. Man. We can't have our people going through this kind of stress, knowing that we are still in a pandemic, and all is what's happening here in Grand Bahama.
Thank
They
you.
shouldn't be having
Thank
the
you.
police lock us up.
Yes, thank you for that clarification. Now, you're saying that the majority of these people have a business license from the government, and some of them don't have a business license from the port. And so many Bahamians watching this right now don't understand that in Grand Bahama, the practice is they make you get a business license to operate business in Freeport, sorry, from the Bahamas government and from the port. All right. And normally the situation is if you don't have a license for the port, they treat it as a civil matter to where the port will send you letters and say you owe them money. All right. And
Right.
I don't understand any law that says that you should be arrested for operating without having a license from the port. You know, I, I don't know of a law that actually says that. And so, what is your experience in Grand Bahama?
Yeah, so Lincoln. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. What we understand here is a lot of persons would have been unemployed for a period of time, and some of them, like we said, had license or whatever. But the saddest thing about it is everybody doesn't agree with what's going on. There's persons, like we said, called us and let us know that this issue is taking place, and they're actually saying that somebody has to speak up for these people because this what is happening to them is injustice. We had a couple of officers would even touch lightly on it. We just feel as though Grand Bahama, like you said, can't get a break. Every time you look, there's some sort of oppression. Grand Bahama is still in a depressed state. When you look around, people still can't find food to eat as much. People can't find a roof, don't have a roof over their heads. All we have is just oppression from the Port Authority. People are losing jobs all around. The thing about it is somebody has to stand up for Grand Bahama. Somebody has to stand up and say enough is enough. We've had enough. And like I said, there's officers that saying they don't approve of what's going on. So we here, they said that they would give us the opportunity to speak to some of the persons that have been arrested. The real deal is people are oppressed in Grand Bahama. People need some sort of relief in Grand Bahama. This doesn't play out not with us still in a pandemic. How do you request that people come up with all of these license and all of this, and the island has not yet revamped from Dorian yet. That's what I want to understand. When you have an oppressed situation, how does this work? This is what we've been going through: oppression with no relief.
I think that
People
is.
need.
I think that.
Oh,
I
just
think
come
it's
up.
heartless.
All right. Yeah.
I think that is heartless, and I thank the police officers who actually seeing what's going on really reached out so that some help could be made for these people for any that might need bail or etc. And they reached out to make sure that these people could get some help. And I applaud those police officers for doing that. All police officers are not political troll, and I applaud those police officers who are citizens of the New Bahamas, who are patriotic Bahamians, who see what's going on, who wanted to stand up against it. And we're calling on the government ministers. We have government ministers, Ginger Moxie. We have Obi Wilscombe. You in Grand Bahama. We need you all to do something and stand up for these people. What's going on in Grand Bahama right now? You can't lock up with the situation in Grand Bahama. You cannot lock up almost 30 Grand Bahamians for not having a Port Authority license, even though they have license from the Bahamas. That is wrong. And so, based on what you've been seeing, what do you think is going to happen with these people?
Well, some of them basically done paid their bail money, and some got bail, and some got a return. At least all
What?
of them will
So
have to
some of
return.
them were
So,
charged.
yeah. So I'm understanding.
Wow. Well, they wouldn't pay the bail. Someone would just sign the bail for them if you don't pay bail up front.
Right.
Oh,
Um,
excuse me. No, Lincoln, we actually had a gentleman that he said that he had to pay the $800. It's a good thing that he had that on him, and they allowed him to pay the $800. So I don't understand exactly what's going on here, but there's a lot going on. You know,
is
this
that
is
eight
what
hundred
we're
dollars
paying.
for the license fee?
No, this is $800. He said he had to pay for him to be released.
What? Pay to
Yeah.
whom?
So he paid it to the courts for him to as a bail for him to be relieved. So there's a lot going on
Oh,
here. He was here a bit earlier. He told me he's going to return back. You know, the real deal is there's a lot of persons that's being oppressed, and we don't understand this. How do you go around the people house and tell them that the vehicles that they have in their yards is too much? They must take them out of their yard and then turn around and tell them that the situation is you operating a business, so you have to be locked up or whatever. You have to be taken before the courts. So I don't understand it. The police come there to ask about the cars and then turn around and tell them that they've been violating the law. You know,
So we need the government to stand up because I'm still not sure who is oppressing these people or allowing them to be oppressed. All right. And I'm sure the government already knows that these people were locked up. And were we in the government, we would have, even if it wasn't us, we would have intervened by now. All right. Because the government can intervene. So obviously the government is allowing this to happen if they have not intervened. And so something needs to be done. So either the government was a part of this, complicit in this, or they allowed it to happen. All right. I don't know which one it is because I don't know that the Port Authority has the right to lock you up or have you locked up. All right. Were you all able to speak to anyone to see exactly from them what they were saying the actual charges are? Is it with reference to not having the government license or the port license? We need to understand that.
Well, most of them operate in the Freeport area, which is the port area. So
Yeah.
if they violated not having the license for the port, then they basically were locked up for
So
that.
some persons were arrested who actually operate outside of Freeport.
yeah, some persons who were arrested, apparently they do have a government's license, so it's considered them being licensed to operate, but only outside of the port area.
But was there anyone
So
who
the
would
one
operate outside of Freeport who was arrested?
we haven't spoken to
Or,
everyone as yet. We only spoke to
uh-huh.
like 3 persons so far. As they released them out, we were able to speak to them.
They're still inside.
Okay. Okay. And we need to get more information as we go on, but we got to stand up for these people, make sure they get their bail. We got to stand up for Bahamians, man. It's like Bahamians can't catch a break. You know, I just came from Grand Bahama. I see what's going on there. We got to stand up for Grand Bahamians and we got to ask Grand Bahamians to stand up. I feel like I need to clone myself. Yesterday I needed to get from Miami and be in Nassau. Now I need to get from Nassau and be in Grand Bahama while this is going on. But we got to stand up and
Yeah.
fight for them and see what's going on. So, anything else y'all want to add?
Well, like just in conclusion, we need the Bahamian people to understand that this is not one person's fight, but this is all of our fight. Let's join together, Bahamians, and let's stand up. Because except we stand up, we're gonna continuously find ourselves being dealt with the strong arm of the law and the oppression of the poor. And the sad thing about it is, we deserve better. We understand that we deserve better. And we've been under this for so long. So all I'm asking that all Bahamians who understand and those who don't understand, man, y'all, let's wake up, man, because this real. You can imagine people. These are families that's gonna be impacted by this. What happened today to these 27 people, and this is what's happening. Nobody cares that these people have been suffering for so long. Nobody cares about that. The only thing they care about is what the law say. But at the end of the day, we are still in a pandemic. We're still experiencing people are jobless here in Grand Bahama. We're still experiencing people suffering in Grand Bahama. For you to lock up people and tell them because they operating in their own yard, they can't. Come on, Bahamians. It's time we stand up. I understand the law, but not in this kind of condition. Grand Bahama's been oppressed from 2004. We are now in 2022. We need to stand up. Let the port know. Either you bring investments to Grand Bahama or pack the hell up and get out. We tired of suffering in silence. It's time for Bahamians to benefit from their country. Thank you so much, Lincoln. Thank you, Bahamas. You all have a blessed day.
I really want to thank
And
you
then
all
we
for
can,
standing up. Go ahead.
yeah, before you go, I also want to say that I'm a mechanic and a licensee of the Port Authority. And I feel these persons, them cry here because really and truly, I'm a licensee of the port and it's been popped down ever since. The economy haven't rebound yet. And I feel the hit also in business that is not really booming like that to really pay them because I still owe them some monies. All right. And they'll call me
How
and
much does the person
basically say,
normally have to pay the port for a license?
well, it starts from 5 and up.
Five
5 and
what?
up. 500 and all the way up.
No, it depends on what kind of business.
Now, it depends on what type of business because it could be less than 5, but I just saying 5 and up because most persons start from 5, like mechanics goes
Okay.
up to 15 and up.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
see? So
you could pay
All
up
right.
to
roughly.
$5,000 for a license port, or even more.
Yeah, so I'm just
Wow.
saying I'm a licensee of the Port Authority, and I feel how it is in the economy here in Grand Bahama. It's not being kicking, it's not being moving. It's slow. I even owe the Port Authority money also because it's being slow. All right, but they haven't shut me down. They haven't, send the police to say, okay, you need to pay this. All right, I go and pay whenever I get something to put on it. But my thing is, they know the economy here isn't moving like that. They know things is mashed up. Why they'll put the police to lock these business persons who trying to make it, who have government license, and knowing the economy the way it is, and knowing we are still in a pandemic. The economy has not opened up properly yet. That's my thing on this.
All right, I want to thank you all for being heroes and making sure that we get this in the public eye. We need these people to get some intervention. We can't have these people being fined or jailed, etc. In this, because of what's going on. I mean, the Davis administration, when they were in opposition, they protested. They were not protested, but they were angry at the fact that Minutes locked up a coconut vendor. They were angry over that. Now we see a hot dog vendor was locked up by this under this Davis administration in the Carmichael Road area. A hot dog vendor, and now we're seeing that almost 30 persons are being arrested for similar offenses. This can't happen to payments in this country, and we need some change quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to continue for a minute, and y'all keep us up to date on what's going on with those vendors and business people in Grand Bahama. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's like Bahamians can't catch a break in this country. It's like we can't catch a break. Seeing what Grand Bahama went through, I don't understand why this would be of such urgency right now. And I really don't understand why we need to lock these people up or allow them to get locked up. And I just want to say this to anyone watching this, and I will say be unequivocally clear on this. In the New Bahamas, there will be no port authority. Let me say that better. There will be no Grand Bahama Port Authority in the New Bahamas. It is a failed organization. It is an organization that started out with corruption, under corruption, where our land was given to a criminal because he paid bribes, and I'm not saying allegedly, because he paid bribes to the government of the day, and they gave away our land. In the New Bahamas, there will be no Grand Bahama Port Authority. There will be no government within a government. That will not happen in the New Bahamas. In the New Bahamas, only Bahamians will benefit from our land and our resources. And everyone else will partner with us. I also wanted to bring your attention right now, happening right now. This one is serious. There's a voice note that's going around. I'm going to let you hear this quickly before I go. There's a voice note that's going around. I think I should jump on the plane and go over to Grand Bahama. But there's a voice note that's going around. Interesting voice note. Let me see if I could pull this up for you. There's an interesting voice note going around. Let me see. Yeah, this voice note is going around where they said that someone somehow threatened, this person threatened Brave Davis and Ian Monroe and et cetera, et cetera. I want y'all to hear this voice note because 2 persons have been arrested for this. There's only one voice in this, but 2 persons have been arrested. I want y'all to hear it. Just trying to find it. I had it queued up. All right. Yeah, I think I found it. All right. And so I'm going to let you hear this voice note. We're doing this in the public interest for many different reasons. We're doing this in the interest of the public. We want you to hear this voice note because persons have been, 2 persons are at CDU right now for this voice note. They say that they locked him up for threats of death. Now, I don't hear any death threat in this. I hear someone saying what they wish could happen or what they wish would happen. All right? I wish it would snow in the Bahamas. That don't mean I'm threatening to make it snow. Because sometimes it really gets hot. I wish I could win the lottery. That don't mean that I'm threatening to win the lottery or that I even played the lottery. That's all I hear this person saying. And so we're going to play this and let you hear this and to see how we've now gone to a fascist state where people are being attacked for their freedom of speech and freedom of expression. Listen to these words and y'all tell me. I wasn't planning to go live today until Sunday, but stuff is coming up. Y'all tell me, all right, because we've sent lawyers to them. We've sent lawyers to defend these and also the police is now questioning them. And one of the questions they asked them was, are you a member of the COI? What? So the police is trying to tie this nonsense to the COI. And of course, the fellow was able to say no, because he don't know this fellow. He's able to say, no, he's not a part of COI, and they didn't even vote for us. But this is how petty this government is. They are trying to find anything on the COI. Listen to this.
Right? He come in, boy. Trust me. God don't sleep. I pray he turn to stone, boy. Serious. That could have been any one of us in the Baghdad. You know how much children in the Baghdad? You know how much children in the Baghdad? All them defense force officers with all their guns that you see any one of them raise their guns or fire off their guns? None of them. With all the high-powered machine guns and stuff. This you can send, this is what they do. They got 2 police walking around. They pay them to do that. Because let me tell you, the Brave Davis, the same Brave Davis and me and Monroe, but, and that's same Judas going with them, but. Listen, let me tell you something. If that was a police raid, they wasn't going to send 2 officers. They was going to send a bunch of them. It was going to be like 1 dozen of them went down in the Baghdad, and they would have been with forestry people, and they'd have been with defense force. They send them people that do harm, but the same Black Brave Davis, but I wish one plane, I wish the freaking plane drop out there when he go and travel, he fly, but I'll pop my fucking champagne bottle when he dead, but I wish he could catch, I wish he could dare, and I'll pop my champagne bottle. But I tell you, she was the custom for the Christian people, but listen, I'll pop my champagne bottle for him, but and I don't drink. I'll pop one there. Straight and plain. I'll pop a champagne bottle for them. He anti-Bahamian, that's what he is. I tell you, he claims he ain't one of us. He claims he ain't one of us. And if you ask me, they cheat this election. They cheated. The same Brave Davis, all he is a drug trafficker. And these are people that want to defend him. Straight and plain. Even on the minister, they locked the country down. They do a lot of crap. Minister know what was going on in the Baghdad. I heard it through the grapevine. He knew. He never sent nobody to border nobody. As disgusting as he was, and power struck as he was, but this same shine Brave Davis, but him, but I wish he dead, but trust me, I wish he dead. I wish the CIA or some special operative group in this country could put a bullet in it. I wish the same Haitian people who he claims as his, I wish they bust his head off, but put a bullet right between the eyes. Him and now being Monroe and now Ryan Penn and Bon Miller. I wish they do, and I see how they feel.
Wow. You can't even wish for something in the new day. In the new day, you can't even say how you feeling and what you wish. I don't know anything. I can't confirm anything he said. I don't know anything about, he made a comment about Brave Davis and drugs and that kind of stuff. I can't confirm that. We're only playing this, and we're not saying that you should take that from this, but we're playing this in the public interest. This is a person who is saying what he wish. Now I remember Dr. Minnis saying what he was going to do to Brave Davis. What was it he said? Excuse the language, but I just repeating what he said. He told Brave Davis that he's going to bust his ass. Remember when Dr. Minnis said that? Anyone remember that? The Dr. Minnis told Philip Brave Davis what I just said. And nothing. This person is just saying that he is angry because the police officer went there and carelessly fired their gun in that area, and children are normally in that area. And that could have been anyone. A child could have been dead. And he is saying what he wished. And they locked up two fellas. They locked up two fellas because of a wish. A wish? I've never said that word so much in all my life. They just seriously locked up two fellas because of a wish. Now that was one of the recordings they allegedly locked them up for a wish. Man, listen, we can't make this stuff up, you know. And so now you don't have a right to even make a wish in this town. So Bahamians, don't make a wish, eh? Don't make a wish. There's more, but we'll leave that. We just wanted to let you know, bring you to date on what's going on. Not that we want to impact it anyway. We don't want you to think one way or another. It's my disclaimer. But in the public interest, we wanted to let you know that these gentlemen were arrested for a voice note where you could clearly hear a man saying that what he wished should happen. And what he wished should happen. And they locked up two fellas. Obviously, that's not two people on any voice note that they would have, but they locked up two fellas. Now, I don't understand how they're going to make sense of that for the right-thinking Bahamians, but they locked up two fellas. All right? And so I was looking for something else to show you. See if I find that quickly before but they locked up two fellas. Okay? Hold on. There's another one. And then this one, I think, person named, the fella named Wayne Monroe said, talking about what he wishes. All right? We played this one. See if this is.
Excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, but this black cocksucker shot.
Now, there's going to be some extreme language in this, and I want to apologize. But we're only doing this in the public interest to let you know exactly what's going on. If it goes to court, they're going to have to play the real original one in court, public anyway. So we just want to do that. So we're not playing this to support or to not support what he's saying. We're doing this in the public interest so that you can hear this and you could be the judge. We don't want to convince you one way or another. And so this has been forwarded many times. So I'm going to play this and hear this. 3 minutes long.
Excuse my French, ladies and gentlemen, but this black cocksucker shine called Philip Brave Davis, him, I wish someone with boise fucking brains, but him, he's a demon, but you can send officers. It's like what Travis said, it's one thing to send the military to show off your guns and your military equipment, but to send police officers to willing to use it, shoot, but they run, turn their back. It's like he's hoping he hit it, then what he can call it accident, but then you have cameras. But, and I want with a name for Capio with a big fucking cunny go and them who's them PLT trolls who was defend Brave Davis. I want to go talk that. Excuse my French, but when you gonna shoot at people and them little children in the yard, fire off a gun recklessly, you gonna need bust a shot in the air, you bust a shot in any direction. Bullets can't see. We just had a little boy get killed in this country with Fellas them playing wild west, running in the road, shooting gun, and the little innocent boy life get taken. So what happened if another innocent child, the same Philip Brave Davis? They got my Facebook thing account banned because when I post a video when they were with those Haitians doing in Haiti and then burning people in the streets, no, they banned me. So I let you know. Share this video, send it, listen, do what I did. Send the video to all the embassies that they were the Bahamas. When those military came in the back, they send them to just about every embassy I could get my hand on and forward them to. The same Philip Brave Davis. He's flying all around the world right now because he's nothing but a drug trafficker running drugs from Haiti, and that's why they had him banned from going for years. The Bahamian people is talking about how he couldn't go to the United States. That's all he is a drug trafficker on a fucking shine. That's what he is, but with his big teeth. I wish he dropped down and dead, but real talks. I wish he dropped down and dead. I tell you, just yesterday we rolled through there. Carl them come drive to the truck. So when I posted in the group, he come pull his gun. Carl had his gun point towards the floor. The other officer who was with him was D. Wilson, Inspector D. Wilson, a dark fellow. You see? Carl put his gun back in the holster. We encountered them yesterday. Me, another gentleman, and another young fellow and his wife. Coming right there where the Majestic Tour bus is, it was done dark. We was cruising through the sun, just said stepping. They come with daylight walking through there in the night. I'm telling you, this Philip Brave Davis is the worst of the worst. He is more anti-Bahamian than anyone know. Anyone know. The same Philip Brave Davis is anti-Bahamian. When she dead, but him and his bitch ass wife, but and who don't like that, but fuck them too, but real talks. Y'all excuse my French, but that shit make me mad, but because that could be anyone else. Like I tell y'all before, the day could be you, tomorrow me. But y'all share that video, but the same black ass Brave Davis, he ain't nothing but a shine, but
so late. There was also a response by some other PR patrol. Again, I don't know Brave Davis to be a drug dealer or to traffic any drugs, and so I don't know any of that. And I don't want you to take that from just heard played. I don't know anything about that. I can't say before. I can say I've never heard of drug. Now I've heard that stuff. And some people say should condemn. The Hamans are angry, and that is the voice of anger who started to express himself. He said what he wishes, because of how he's feeling, and a wish is a wish. And so it seems that the government is now to the point that you cannot speak your mind, cannot express it. I think that is wrong. I feel that we should be expressing ourselves. Again, I apologize for the language, but if this goes to court, they're going to play that same exact thing in the court, in public. So I wanted to put that out there to let you know exactly what is going on, not to sway you one way or another. But two men are being questioned right now in CDU for this. And question, one of them was already interviewed. We sent a lawyer because we were called to assist by wife of one. The questioning was strange. The questioning was, I put it to you that you threatened Wayne Monroe. Put it to you, question that you threatened what's his name? Brian Finn. I put it to you that threatened the Minister of Environment, right? Put it to you that you threatened Prime Minister. Now, I don't know with y'all. Let me look on here to see. I see hundreds of y'all on here. I don't know with y'all, but I didn't hear a threat there. Just my opinion in public interest. I didn't. I'm sorry. If I did, I would say, listen, my opinion, a fellow threatened, give him a break. I didn't. Anyone, we're live right now. Someone, please tell me where you heard a threat. Anyone? If you heard a threat, let me um please let me know. Huh? Um, I'm looking see it. I don't know. So maybe you might hear a threat there, maybe you might not. You come to your own conclusion. Again, we release that in the public interest. But why why are those fellas? I mean, the police can question you for anything, but to arrest you, have you in there overnight. If I'm the police and I hear that, the first thing I'm gonna say is this person saying he wish. Nah, no time for that. People are being killed on the street. People are dying every day. Like every time you look at the media, there's death everywhere. And you have time to focus. I mean, people put out voice notes with stuff about me every day on a daily basis. I listen, I have, and I mean, when I say people, I mean PLP trolls. Every single day. Lying. One called me a criminal the other day. At that point, we had him. I said, Maria, this one lock up. Maria say, no, man, that's my boy. You know, he just singing for his supper. I said, well, Maria, we got him. He just called me a criminal. I never got convicted of no offenses. I never even got convicted of a traffic offense. He lock up. We say, yeah, but that's no. We're talking about Charlie. And she said, no, man. I said, okay. Like, these fellas just fighting for party when they should be fighting for country. Leaders shouldn't be to the point where they are so petty. I watched Hubert Ingram walking into the cabinet from the House of Assembly, and I watched them. I watch persons hit him, peanuts, and throw bear on him. I watched that. And Hubert Ingram, nothing to them. Didn't respond. He said, if the people want to throw peanut and bear on me, then they throw peanut and bear on me. That's the people. I work for them. That's my boss. But it's like under this administration, you're seeing something different. Media being bought out. Remember before election, they wrote a letter. Davis wrote a letter to Facebook saying he didn't. People are talking about him. He don't want people talking about him on Facebook. Remember, he wrote a letter to Facebook. So it's now fascism starts with controlling the media, controlling the voice of the people. If the police did something stupid and the public and someone in the public is angry and they're venting, I'll let them vent. Why you wasting? They got CDU. I mean, officers assigned to dealing with someone who expressed himself. Officers assigned to dealing with a man who said what he wish could happen. If I tell you, I wish that all Bahamians win the lottery, how does that affect you winning the lottery? That's what the man lock up. Well, the men, as far as I know, that man, he even lock up. They lock up other men, and the question they ask them, watch this, is, are you a member of the COI? That's why I thought that this was important. The question they asked them was, are you a member of the COI? So what they're doing is trying to tie the COI to a voice note of someone from the public. They're trying to find anything on the COI to stop us, to destroy us, anything. That is the lengths that they would go to. Right now, on his interview, one of the questions is, are you a member of the COI? Because of that, what that voice note have to do with the COI? Did you hear him big up the COI? Did you hear him even give support for the COI in that? Why the police asked the man in the interview, are you a member of the COI? Do y'all see what is happening? Huh? Do y'all see what is happening? They're trying to silence us because we are the only ones standing up to them. We are the only ones holding their feet to the fire. And they see us as a threat. So they are trying to find anything. They are desperate. They was hoping the man miss and say yes so that they could charge us with being affiliated with a gang. Criminal. I don't know what they were trying to think. But they asked the man, are you affiliated with it? Now, y'all heard of it, the voice note. Where in that did he bring up the COI? Did he say anything with the COI? Did he even imply anything with the COI? But that's what they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to fight for this country. We only got one. We're in a desperate situation. We're losing this FA. A clarion call is coming. When the call comes, be ready. You got to take this country back. Be ready. A clarion call is coming. It's coming. And so we're calling on the government to let those men who they have innocently locked up, let them go. Let them go. It's wrong to do this. We are all over the world touting democracy, talking about democracy. And this is what we're doing back home. And yes, international media is very interested in gunshot on the farm, intimidation of. So let me just look at a couple of your comments. I don't want you to say I'm ignoring you. Let me just look at a couple of these in case you had any important or strong questions that I need to address, and then I'll get out of here. No, I can see all of these. I heard a grown-up expressing how he feels. He's a taxpayer and he can say what he wants. Someone says they intimidating Bahamians for supporting the COI. The noise in the market loud now. Police too busy doing foolishness. Yeah, that's why we getting killed all over the street. People dying and they can't get crime under control. They focusing on COI. Let the taxpayer out now. Thank you. I didn't hear him threaten anyone with the strong language. Yeah, there's some strong language. And again, I apologize for that. But that's how people are feeling. And so I say, express yourself. These soft politicians could not survive during the Lyndon era. Former PM Hubert Ingram said, the rabbit got the gun now, but he wasn't locked up. Listen, man, Hubert Ingram's first slogan was, the chief is a thief. He was saying Finland is a thief. Finland thieving the people's money. You know, that's what the FNM normally do, they accuse people of being thieves. That's what he did. The chief is a thief. And he stand up on stage and tell everybody, Finland thieving. No one lock him up. Who said, the man said, I wish. As the police officers who arrested him know he pays their salaries. Yeah, but some police officers have now become political prostitutes. And so that's all they want to be. That's all they want to be. They feel it's going to benefit them. I didn't hear a threat. That man is fed up and tired of the situation. That's his opinion. He can say whatever he wants to say. Not in the Bahamas, not in the New Day. You can't even wish for nothing in the New Day. You can't wish for nothing. Don't wish for no crown land. Don't wish for nothing. Nothing for Bahamians. Nothing for you, and don't wish to have nothing. I wish every single member of parliament would get lost right now. And let's start this thing over. I wish that we could have a new Bahamas right now, where Bahamians would be put first. All right, let's continue. Back then, crime wasn't as high as there was disregard for life and children as it is now. So you have to take everything seriously. Taking someone wishing for something seriously. How about we take the fact that police officer went there with his gun and shot at an innocent man? Let's take that seriously. Let's take that seriously. How about that? But yes, you have to take everything seriously, but you have to act within the law. If you don't have certain things in place, you can't just lock people up willy-nilly. I mean, they can lock you up for any little thing. If you say you wish for something to happen, they could just lock you up. No, not in this world. Not in any democracy in the world. That's a malicious arrest. And those two fellas are going to sue. And guess what? We gonna pay for it. A few more Bahamian millionaires. Brave Davis will never forget you. They look at Mr. Blaine, the complaint with Wells. Yeah, of course. Now, I made a complaint against Wells and those other companies. They ain't even question them. They ain't even question them. I made a complaint for death threats. They didn't even question them. All right. Another complaint against a woman who say I take some money from her. I made a police complaint. They ain't even question her. They even question her. There's too much evil and manipulation of the police force. Evil. If Davis cannot take the heat, he needs to get out of the kitchen. Every spotlight produces heat. Yeah, that's right. People lie on me every day. It's like sometimes I can't go a week without someone lying on me and passing this and that. I mean, listen, how much of them we had this week? All kind of stories. Someone said, "Oh, Lincoln in Miami, he's in trouble. He hurt." Say the Haitians rised up against him. Listen, the majority of Haitians I've spoken to support exactly what we are saying. They understand what's going on. They don't want the Bahamas to turn in to what Haiti is. I actually interviewed Haitians in Haiti and in the Dominican Republic. On Sunday, you can hear what they had to say. We don't need that coming to the Bahamas. Let me give you a little preview. Right now, in Haiti or the Dominican Republic, you pay $8,000 for a Bahamian visa. Who is giving out these Bahamian visas? It's the word on the ground in Haiti. This is what is happening. They're going to the DR, paying $8,000 to get a Bahamian visa to come here. And a lot of them are trying to go to Miami, I'll admit. They're paying $8,000 just to go from the visa, to jump on the plane, to go to the Bahamas, coming on plane. And then they're paying another up to $8,000 to get on the boat from somewhere in the Bahamas to Miami. The person's involved with that. And we track them down. Sunday, we go and live. How is it the government can't figure these things out? Because they're involved. So while y'all busy worrying about what a man is wishing for, and yes, he said some disrespectful things. But while y'all worrying about that, people making tens of thousands of dollars, destroying our country, selling our country, committing treason. We got them. Guess what? They can't do this without the politician. But that's for Sunday, eh? That was just a little sneak peek to those who decided to come here and watch this with us. All right, so just a couple more. Did 49 minutes, just a couple more. All right, so I see a couple more here. I don't see any questions. I see some statements. You can say that it was COI, not Spartans. I'm with you. You're gonna win this. Thinking they're coming after you soon. Someone said, "Nah, they've been coming after me. You think it's something new?" I've been fighting for the Bahamian people for over 20 years now, over 2 decades. They've been coming after me. They've been fighting me. They've been, every time they find out a business I own, they attack me. They do something to try to just shut it down or whatever. You know how this country works. So they've been doing that, but they've never been able to stop me, no matter what they bring at me. They've never been able to stop me. Not because of anything to do with me, but because of the one who sent me, the one who instructed me to do what I'm doing. He is more powerful than them, and he has always protected me. And no matter how they try to sideswipe me, or no matter how they try to block whatever I was doing or whatever, they'll be shocked and say, well, how he bounced back? How are we doing this again? Didn't we just stop him over there? How is he over here now? It's like no matter what you do, he keeps multiplying. And he comes bigger and bigger every time. It's God. Yes, I believe in God. But yes, I'm going to be the PM for people who believe in God and don't believe in God. But I believe in God. All right? I believe he's bigger than y'all. So when the Burma Road riot gonna happen, oh, this one could be bigger. This one could be bigger. This one could be bigger. Something is brewing. Bahamians are waking up. When see Bahamians are people, it'd be cool, you know. When get us to that point, we go from humble and quiet to Hulk. That's us. No in between. We go from bunny rabbit to Hulk. We go from pawn cake to monster. Bahamians. And Bahamians are waking up. They're seeing what's happening. All right, let's take a couple more. The COI is standing for Bahamians. That's why they're trying to silence the link. Yeah, they can keep coming. LB Wells and Mandela threaten you. Yeah, they did. Mr. Bain, God is with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't get to all the comments. Just wanted to bring you up to date on this. Sunday, my Lord, $8,000 for Bahamian visas. Someone in this administration is selling Bahamian visas. While you're focusing on COI, on our crown land, while you're focusing on a voice note by someone saying what he wished for. Someone is making $8,000. And then there's another 8,000 to jump on the boat. So time as they come here, be here for a few days, weeks, or whatever, and spend easily 20 grand. But you all saying these people poor and we just need to have them. They got big money. We're going to give you a real update on what's going on in Haiti Sunday and how it's affecting us. And there's some more we got to talk about. Got to get to the bottom. All right? We got documents. They raping and robbing us. And this is what they fear. The information getting out there. So guys, our last live went down. They took it down. Then they put it back up. Then they took it down again. The last live. So you know what? You know what we're fighting. So we're working on some stuff right now. But we're gonna try to put that live on our website. I'll post on my Facebook when I put it back up. All right. Or I might just take the whole thing and just put it back on Facebook as a video. And so we're gonna put that back up. So just stay tuned to my Facebook live, to my Facebook page, and you're gonna see that it's there. Time to sign up, Bahamas. We're gonna make a clarion call. It's coming soon. Stay tuned. Clarion call is coming. We are losing this country every day. Cannot afford to lose out one Bahamas. So stay tuned. We're going to see you on Sunday unless something else comes up that we need to inform you of. We're asking the police to let go those innocent persons who are locked up over a voice note, and you could hear it in. All right? Let them fellas go. It's a malicious arrest. So thank you all for tuning in. We're going to see you on Sunday. We're going to talk with our treasurer. We're going to talk about who getting paid $8,000. You can add from the Haitians. And all them know the word on the ground. We got a Haitian prime minister. That's the word on the ground in Haiti. You want to add from Haitians? We got a Haitian prime minister. And all you got to do is pay $8,000 to get your visa, get in the Bahamas. That's the word in the ground. No more repatriations. That's the word in the ground. He ain't sending you back home. That's the word in the ground. While they attack us. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, change ain't coming. Change is here. See you on Sunday.